Whether you are converting a website into an Android app or creating a simple browser, you will need WebView. However, there are some problems like device rotation, clear text not permitted error, etc., which can make beginners cry. But don't worry, because this video will help you master WebView in a short time. First, open the layout file and add a WebView. Then give it an ID. If you are not familiar with the basics of Android development, check out the video linked in the description. Next, open the activity class and find the WebView. You can simply load a website such as google.com. Now let's test it out. The WebView has failed to load the website because it needs internet permission, which we haven't declared yet. So open the manifest file and declare the permission here. Users don't need to grant this permission manually, as it's automatically granted by Android devices. Now you might notice that Google looks a bit weird, right? That's because we haven't enabled JavaScript in the WebView. As we didn't enable JavaScript, the codes written in JavaScript on Google aren't working. Let's fix it as well. WebView has a class called WebSettings that allows us to enable JavaScript. As we discussed about concise coding, we can use the apply function here to avoid repeatedly referring to WebView. Now, if you try to search for something, it will attempt to open a browser because the WebView can't handle this by default. But we want everything to stay within the WebView, right? To achieve that, we need to add a WebView client, and it will fix the issue. In simple terms, WebView client acts as a driver for the WebView. It provides several callbacks such as onPageFinished and onPageStarted. The onPageFinished method is triggered when the app is fully loaded, while onPageStarted is called when the WebView begins loading a page. There are many features available in this class. Another method is onReceivedError. This method is triggered when the WebView fails to load a page, and we can use it to display a custom error page. First, create a layout file and design the error page. I'm using a button and a text view. Set this layout to the activities XML file and give it an ID. In the onPageStarted method, make it gone and the error page will go away. When an error occurs, we can make the error page visible. I turned off the internet connection and I'm opening the app to show you. Now it shows our custom error page instead of the default one. However, the refresh button isn't working yet because we haven't set it up. So let's find the button. Set an on-click listener and reload the WebView inside this block. This means that when the button is clicked, the WebView will reload. Now it works as expected. However, if you click the back button, the app closes. But we were supposed to go back within the WebView, right? To fix this, we can override the onBackPressed method, just like I showed how to handle lifecycle callbacks previously in the video. By default, this line simply exits the app, so we need to remove it and instruct the WebView to go back. Since the WebView is initialized in the onCreate method, we need to declare it globally to access it here as well. We can use an if statement for this. If the WebView can go back, make it go back, otherwise exit the app. Now let's build a simple web browser. First, create a toolbar. Toolbar is a component used at the top of the app, also known as customizable action bar. It typically has a height of 57 dp. Here I'm adding an edit text that will work as the address bar. Below the edit text, I'm adding a linear progress indicator. Next, find the edit text and the progress indicator in your code. To set up the progress bar, you can use a web Chrome client, where you will get the onProgressChanged callback. Web Chrome client is like another driver for WebView, but it comes with some extra features that WebView client doesn't have. Set the progress of the progress bar according to the progress of the WebView. The progress is being updated, but I want to hide it when the loading is complete. So use an if statement. If the progress is 100, hide the progress bar. Otherwise, make it visible. Next, I want to make sure that after typing in the address bar, pressing enter will load or search the web based on the input. For that, add an onEditor action listener to the edit text. And inside this block, we will trigger a Google search. It's working, but I want to load a typed URL like google.com directly instead of searching for it. This is called an omnibox. To achieve this, use patterns.webURL.matcher. If this detects a URL, check if it has HTTP or HTTPS. If not, add it and load the URL in WebView. If it already has HTTP or HTTPS, load it directly. If it doesn't match any URL pattern, just search it on Google. Now let's come to an important topic. If you rotate your device, you'll notice that the WebView is being reloaded, which is a big problem. This happens because when we rotate the device, the activity is recreated. As a result, the onCreate method is triggered, and everything starts from the very beginning again. To solve this problem, open the manifest file, and in the activity tag, add config changes with these values: rotation, screen size. Now the problem is solved. Another common problem is that WebView fails to load HTTP websites. To fix this, start by creating a security config file in the XML directory. Enable clear text permission. Next, open your manifest file and set this config to your app. Additionally, add uses clear text traffic in the manifest. Once you have done that, the problem should be resolved. You have understood how to use WebView, but do you know what WebView actually is? If you open your device settings, you will see a system application called Android System WebView. If you disable it, any app you have made with WebView will crash. This happens because by using the WebView component, we are actually utilizing an embedded version of the system's WebView. This means your app depends on a system component. The system WebView can be changed at any time by an Android update, so you can't even guarantee how your app will behave after that. That's why it's not the ideal component for building a browser. Another question you might have is why I didn't use Jetpack Compose. The reason is that WebView is a view, and in Jetpack Compose, handling it can be a bit tricky. For me, XML seems more straightforward for WebView. However, in the next videos, I'll be using Jetpack Compose.